Okay, it's 666. Okay, well, it's 6/6/2021. So happy 666. Okay, Reverend Crystal Cox Ramble, June 6th, 2021. And I did a 16-hour dry fast. Started at 11 o'clock last night and stopped around 3. Well, you know. And then I ate for an hour. I had half an avocado and I had raw garlic. I fed these two. Just kidding. And, yep, I had my my honey vinegar drink, which is interesting because it's kind of fermenting, so it's getting some probiotics. And then I had, I know this is boring, but for those who are interested in dry fasting, it's not. And I had like 3 carrots salted, a few crackers with the avocados, and I had a protein drink, some organic jerky, like 4 pieces. And I have my pine pills and my magnesium. I had the turpentine and castor oil. And then I stopped my dry fast after an hour. I mean, I started it again. So I started again at 4:16. So it was an hour, and I'm back on it now. And sometimes I don't remember to do everything within that span. But yesterday I took off quite a few hours. I had a small amount to eat, but anyway. So there's different things and stuff going on. And then I just went on a big old walk. And I'm getting ready to do some videos on the Mandela effect, which is actually the quantum effect. I ponder and ponder and ponder about, reality shifts, and I'm not going to move more towards 3D or linear time and get anything in the regular world or I am a magician, and I know that the sun was... Anyway, stay tuned for those videos. I don't need to yammer in this videos about another video. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what the other videos about with this video. And, well, I don't know. That's about it. That's all I got. I'll show you what I guess I'll show you it tomorrow. My vinegar is creating some things, but they got shook up now. So what I did is I put Bragg's vinegar, water, and honey, and then I put it in the sun and I let it blend. And then I shook it. It's very refreshing. Then I put it on ice. I can have it nice and cold. And it's very, very nice. Yep. And then this one, I put sun tea. I put raspberry tea and water, of course. And then I put it in the sun. Put it on top of the car. Bing, bang, boom. Motherfucking sun tea. So Spirit's still coming to me to just hold my frequency for June, be a magician, don't push myself around, there's nothing I have to do, there's nothing I have to write, there's nowhere I have to be, there's no one I have to see, there's nothing I have to say, just be. And let whatever comes to me, come to me. If it's meant to be, it will be, whatever it is, right? So I sometimes get really weirded out by just the last 10 years, the last 7 months, the last 20 days. It's like, I'm on like, I think day 20 away from done with my church, and it's like, it's almost like it never happened. And so this radical present now moment, it's pretty amazing. It's like, why is the light shifting? What do you think about saying hi to me? Oh. I show you my new driving glasses. Yes, I like them to be big. I like them to know I mean business. Oh, goodness sakes. I didn't know the leaves were that color. Wow. Okay, so it's challenging to just be. I was listening to a astrology reading thing this morning, and the guy was saying about somebody wishing just for contentment, and he goes, nobody does that. Nobody wishes just for content. They want excitement. And I was thinking, he's like, must be in his 20s. It's that minnow guy, tarot guy or whatever, minnow pond or whatever. And he, yeah, that's exactly what I want, to be content. What else is the goal? What we're doing here is gathering information and data for our consciousness that we take with us when we leave Mother Earth. This is a huge experiment here with the humans in awakening and going into a deep sleep, and we're definitely past the 51% of awakened people. It's surprising to me, the people that were asleep were the opposite of the people that I thought were asleep, in a way. They were awake on things of like politics and stuff like that, but they're transitioning. And I don't know if you've been following the Sasha Stone tour, and Scott McKay and Kathy O'Brien was part of it. And they're going, and he lives in Brazil or something, and they're traveling around the United States. And it's just so cool because all of the, Trump supporters and the patriots are coming out and learning more about you're the one, you're the point, of reality, of creation. It's all about you, the individual, and really just empowering people, kind of a bridge, from the New Age channeled in the no supernatural galactic council of light sort of part of the patriot movement and the traditional conservative. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And so, I think that's kind of neat. Sometimes I get a little negative because I feel like that people should have awoken long ago. I mean, for fuck's sake. But it doesn't change what I know. There's no time. Time doesn't exist. And it doesn't change anything. What am I trying to say here is that when I whine about, it hasn't happened soon enough, or what's going on, or I thought this would be, or now I got my whole lifetime. I mean, I thought that there'd be more people like blah, blah. Well, people can change in an instant. I did, right? With I moved to reality where there's the yellow sun's gone, right? So all of 100,000 people can shift in a minute and be like, oh yeah, I always knew that. Yeah, that election was rigged. They're always rigged. They always did that to slave and control us. Yeah, I've always known that. It's always been. Just like the Bible scripture, the Bible and the Lamb. The lion and the lamb turned to wolf and the lamb. They're like, yeah, it's always been the wolf and the lamb. So either they had a mindset, or they shifted to a new reality, or it's a different version of them. But the key is to hold my frequency to the version of reality that I want and that I prefer. And I do that by finding content, finding peace, finding joy and higher frequency in every moment. And, because I do so much energy work and movement, and I do, the tuning fork stuff, but I've done shamanic healing and energy healing my whole life in various forms, and especially the last 5 years. And then I've had layer after layer. And now I'm so into it that, I just take a breath or even a certain thought and my body will convulse, it'll jerk in certain spots, and it's releasing old energy, and it happens all the time. I was out on the dock last night just stretching, and then all of a sudden my body just kind of twisted and did this thing to release. And it's interesting because sometimes I'm skeptic with it. I'm like, oh, spirit, that's just me doing that, or it's just a stretch or whatever. And then spirit will be like, okay, well, do it. Try to do that. And I can't do the movement because I'm too stiff. I'm too, it's not a natural movement, and it's not even a movement that I can easily force. But when spirit does it, I can't make my back arch in almost all the way on my own. But when I have those energy releases, then that's what my body does. And so it's clearly a thing. And so, yeah, getting more and more into faith healing, energy healing, and just doing healings and being zen. And right now it's all about me. I am open to the energies that come to me, but only if they 100% feel good. Like, say, if there's 3 people to a family that come to me and I'm only interested in talking to one, I'll walk away from all 3. That's just an example, but not having any energy, anybody else's drama, anybody else's, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, because then my programs start going, yeah, we're the victim too. What about us over here as the victims? And I'm not a victim. I create my own reality. There is tons of tools out there for money, for housing, for all kinds of things. It's just a matter of being content, being calm, being patient and loving with myself, and not involving myself with other people's dramas and energies and lies and what they're settling for and their relationships. And, I run into people that it's like they just complain about their life, right? And they complain about their partner, and that's just what they love to do. And I just, it's not socially acceptable to walk away, but I do the best I can to just walk away. And right now I'm like, look, you created it. You're the more you say that, the more you create it. I mean, you say like 100 things about your partner that you don't like, even before you move in with them. And then when you move in with them, you want to whine to me about, oh, they're like this and they're like that. Yeah, and you knew from day one, so fuck off, okay? Get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to hear about it. I mean, these people, they know this stuff, and they get in relationships anyway, and then they want me to help them and change them and manipulate their partner and fix everybody. Just fucking move on to someone else, you fucking coward. Or anyway, at the very least, I'm not going to play. And so, yeah, I ran into someone a couple days ago, like, I don't know. I'm not really happy, and but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to, well, you might as well be not happy alone, because then you're clearing out the old and getting ready for at some point to be happy. Maybe even if it's only on your deathbed. But if you're constantly filtering your life through someone else's version of what they want your relationship to be, vomit, vomito. All right, so, and it's a rainy, cold day. It's a Sunday, and so, like, there's nobody at the park, really. I mean, there's, the park people. It's so funny with the RV, they come in, right? They unload their wood. They put out their big old carpets. They pound in their, their latest thing that blows in the wind. They put up their flags. They put out their chairs. They put out, some of them put tents too besides the RV or whatever. All of this elaborate setup for like a 2-night stay, and they clean it all up and they move on. I could stay in an elaborate setup like that for like 5 years. Yeah, it's just it's just a lot of work, and I don't live in linear time, and so I can't even do it. Like with people with hotels too, they're like, all right, we'll check into a hotel like 4 or 5, and then they leave by 11 and they spend like $100, and that's a thing to them. I like to luxuriate. I like to linger. I like to like get a place and stay for days. I like to get on my in a writing project or whatever I'm in for days. I don't like to just bing, 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 like that. It's a true story. All right, so I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna do some Mandela videos, I think, and oh, I didn't watch the finish. Oh, oh my god, boring. So you can rail against the wind. I could stand out there. The wind is whipping right today. I could stand out there from dawn till midnight, just yelling at the wind to stop. I could run in the opposite direction of the wind for it to stop. It's never going to stop. It's always going to be the wind. It's always going to be doing that. I could sit down and think myself into a place where there's no wind or the wind goes another direction, which is similar to the analogy I gave the other day on the train, right? I can't stop the wind, and it's not my job to stop the wind. I'll either get out of the wind, run with the wind, run against the wind, enjoy the wind, don't enjoy the wind, but I can't stop the wind. And that's now how it is with other people's lives and realities, okay? I don't care how bad their situation is or how good it is, whether it's investigative blogging or whatever it is. I can't change other people's reality. I can only change my reality and remove those people from my reality. They keep insisting on, I saved them, like, or why I'm a magnet for people that want to be saved when I'm not really magnetizing people to save